Yes, please. Let's start. Chapter number 3, students. Come on. Nihal, Arshita, Anusha. Anusha is absconding. Vinay. Let's start, beta. Yeah. Chapter number 3, beta. Please listen. Called a strategic management process. Very small topic. Maybe 50% of this topic I'll finish today only. Tomorrow, beta, we are going to do the most interesting chapter, that is chapter number 4, corporate level strategy. And one request to all of you, please. I think I've been given lectures till Monday. Till Monday, I'll be able to finish, students, your chapter number 4, 5, and 6. I'll start. I'll not be able to finish. That is as good as 70% of the portion. And I told you all now, 40 hours I'll finish the full portion. By that time, I'll be completing soon almost 25 hours. So I'm doing my work. Please, you also do. 2 chapters are over till yet. Start reading. Start relating to all the examples that I've given. You should find yourself comfortable. Any doubts? One day we'll have a session, students. I'll clear those doubts also. Okay? But what I'm explaining, I hope you're understanding, students. Vinay, Shiv Shankar, Arshita. You're not able to hear. I'm on, beta. No, it's on. Chapter number 3, strategic management process. Kindly pay attention, students. How to pattern I'll give, beta. First, let me teach something now. I'll do that. At least first you should have an idea what the syllabus. This is only the 3rd chapter. There are 8 chapters which are there. I told you in the first lecture there will be some objective questions and subjective. 1 case study, at times 2 case studies. Case studies is on the examples that are there. Now, chapter number 3, strategic management process. Please listen, students. I just now no more chat, Baba. When I'll explain, I have to every now and then. Okay, thank you. See, when I'd given the definition of strategic management, what I'd said strategic management is a process of developing a strategic vision, setting objectives, crafting strategies, implementing and evaluating strategies, and initiating corrective adjustments wherever deemed appropriate. Beta, this chapter now we are going to study the first part of the definition. Strategic management is a process. So see, this is the topic, process. What process we are going to study over here? About the vision and the objective. Okay. So what the topic is all about: the vision, the mission, the objectives, the goals. So why we have these different terms: vision, mission, objective, goals? Once this chapter we come ahead, you'll be able to understand. See, the topic starts with planning. And in planning, you have strategic planning, that is one, and then you have operational planning. Please pay attention. I'll explain something like this. First thing, planning. We all know, we've been studying this for so many years. Planning is deciding in advance what I have to do in future, isn't it? Planning, one would say, is a trap laid to capture the future. Someone would say planning is something that bridges the gap from where you are to where you want to be. They say now well planned is half done, isn't it? So planning is essential. But I told you all in my first lecture, before planning, you should be ready with your strategy. Now, beta, planning can be two types in an organization. Please understand. One planning we are talking about is called as strategic planning, and the other planning we are talking about is considered to be operational planning. Now, what is the meaning? Very easy. We all know that in a company there are three levels of management: the corporate level, the business level, and the functional level. When I say planning by the corporate level, that planning is strategic planning. When I say planning by the business and functional level, that is operational planning. Please understand that. Important. Strategic planning is the planning which is made by the people at the top management. Isn't it? Top management people will make plans. The accuracy of this plan and the effectiveness of this plan goes a long way in helping the organization to achieve its vision. Vision, I had said in one of my lectures, if you remember, the dream, where you want to go. So, beta, when I say corporate level, they make plan for the entire organization. They show to you, come on, the direction which is to be followed. And then it is said every subsystem of the organization. Subsystem, when I say, I mean what? Every part of the organization. So people at the business and functional level, at the operational level, are supposed to follow that direction which was prescribed by people at the corporate level as such. Next point. I said the effectiveness of strategic planning should be well complemented by, pay attention, the efficiency of the people at business and functional level. Meaning, my dear students, here in strategic planning, I'm more concerned with the formulation work. In operational planning, students, I'm planning, but not with operational thinking, but with implementation aspects. And please, anything that the strategic planning is done, the corporate level is not supposed to keep it with himself. Getting a point? They are not supposed to keep it with themselves. They are supposed to convey it to the people at the operational level, that is the business and functional level. I repeat, pay attention. I said planning, all that blah, 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 but now the chapter starts strategic and operational planning. Ratan Tata makes plan, let us say for Tata Motors, strategic plan. Then these people execute those plans on their level working in the company Tata Motors. Those plans will be operational plans. How effective Ratan Tata is in making that particular planning will prove how fast you're able to achieve your vision. I think why I'm using the example of Ratan Tata, because once he made a plan about Tata Nano, and that affected the company. So it was not good going for the company. Why? Because beta, these people were concerned with efficiency. They are implementing what you said, Ratan Tata said. However efficient they may be, if the direction only shown by the people at the corporate level is wrong, then beta, how will you reach the destination? It's as simple as that. Right? See, क्या बोलता रही? Kindly pay attention. Strategic planning, operational planning. Planning में तो I have written it bridges the gap from where we are to where we want to go future on. That's fine. Strategic planning are made by the senior management for the entire organization after it taking into account the organization's strength and weakness in the light of opportunities and threats. It's the game plan that actually steers the firm towards success. Obviously, this part I was saying, the degree of aptness of this game plan decides the extent of the firm's success. Aptness of this. You know, many a time, students, it's quite easy to pass the buck. But big people, students, they take that responsibility. Ratan Tata will agree, sir, my mistake. Because students, you can't hold a company employee responsible for Tata Nano problem. No? That is why formulation of corporate strategy forms the crux of the strategic planning process. Where an organization is going over the next year or more, that is known from strategic plan. So this is a bit very easy. You can read that. Operational planning is what? It's plan at the middle and lower level management. They specify details on how resources are to be utilized efficiently for the attainment of objectives. So, use of resources, na beta? So here it's more of implementation. Conversion of virtual goals into actual are the prime responsibility of the operational level managers. I've said this 10 times before. Before you enter into a war, you should win the war in your mind. So vision what the top management has, that vision will be achieved not by them, but it will be achieved by them through the effort of these people. So this is now conversion of virtual goals into actual price operational managers. Operational managers should be efficient enough to understand the overall vision of the organization and work accordingly to fulfill within the allocated time. Now please understand, अभी यहाँ पे क्या बोलता है ये देखो बेटा. Major function of planning is dealing with uncertainty. That's the most important part of planning, beta. I said planning means deciding today what I'll do tomorrow, isn't it? Planning is student preparing for the future. Please understand, future is what uncertain here. We don't know how future will shape. We don't know what future holds in for us. So if I'm trying to anticipate the future now, I may not be right. So I always have to prepare, come on, for, jaldi bolo beta, uncertainties. Uncertainties will be there. So there is an author who says, to deal with the uncertainties, you should always have plan B. What is plan B? If your plan A fails, then you should be ready with plan B. And how to deal with uncertainties, when I say be ready with plan B, take this case. Colgate company, beta understand, used to sell toothpaste. Then suddenly it realized what in India, Baba is becoming very, very prominent. So beta, that was an uncertainty for Colgate company. Hey, bolo, right now, Colgate company, one share is worth more than 1,500 rupees here. Very good company. They were somewhere having a feeling, boss. Baba is introduced Dant Kanti very cheap, and the product comes in so many options. Now, what Colgate did? Suddenly one day you realize one particular female actress comes and says, क्या तुम्हारे टूथपेस्ट में नमक है? टूथपेस्ट में नमक है मोटी, वो कौन सी मोटी? Who is that मोटी स्टूडेंट? सोनाक्षी सिन्हा. नमक है टूथपेस्ट में, तो येड़ी तो नमक बेचने को आई क्या? नहीं 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 नहीं. Namak is salt. It will prevent the tooth decay. So see, that was plan B. One day they say what? My Colgate toothpaste has clove oil. Arey, tomorrow you'll give haldi. Tomorrow you'll give black pepper also. What is it that they are doing? They are playing with they're talking about plan B. Just now, my son was telling Baba that Colgate toothpaste is saying, should I send Ved Shakti? Oh, Ved Shakti is what? You are getting ready to face the uncertainty. I know. I'm in India. Some point of time, Indians will have that particular patriotic feeling and they will say, rather, I'll buy which product? Come on, I'll buy some Indian toothpaste. So they will move towards some Ayurvedic toothpaste. So Colgate is coming with what? Come on, Ved Shakti. Oh, see this. A company like Coca-Cola selling cold drinks, aerated cold drinks. There was a news article which said one bottle of Coke 300 ml, there is 10 spoons of sugar in that. So it's not good for human consumption. So what they did, they're ready, na? They say, we know people will come with such kind of talks. So beta, they introduced what? Appy Fizz, fruit drink. And then soon they asked Appy Fizz, Salman Khan was the brand one. They asked Katrina, you're free. I'm free, I'll do anything, you give me money. Then she came with that Maza. I mean, what is all this, bacha? This is plan B. One particular year, what happens? Pay attention. This is just some other example I'll give to you. Cricket World Cup matches were there, student, not this one, the previous ones. So one particular team, New Zealand, what it did, previously 50 over match World Cup matches when it was to be held now, opening bowlers used to be fast bowlers. 50 over match, that means there's a lot of time. So initially in the beginning, our team used to have Sunil Gavaskar. And you know Sunil Gavaskar has a record. In the first 60 over match that he played, he had scored 36 runs. So 60 over match, he scored 36 runs. Nowadays, our Yuvraj scores 36 runs in 1 over. Right? Rishabh Pant will, I don't know, chalo, anyway. But Rishabh Pant will also score that fast. Gavaskar, who would score 36 runs in 60 over students, was the opening batsman. And Bacha Kapil Dev was the opening bowler our country. When Kapil Dev came to bowl these first two batsmen who had come, they used to not play defensive, they started playing aggressively. First ball only 4, second ball 6. So we were taken aback. Sale, kya kar rahi hai? So beta, we lost the match. Why? Because we had made only plan A. We were not ready with plan B. We were not knowing someone will play like this. First over to be bowled, student was always a fast bowler, but they gave the first over to a spinner. And our opening batsmen were comfortable playing a fast bowler. We lost the match because we were not ready with plan B. But whenever you're doing business, you're supposed to have options. So if this fails, this I will select. That is the thinking, students, what it says over here. Please pay attention. See, dealing with uncertainty. Uncertainty in business has been developed because of continuous changes in the environment. So many changes. Nowadays, students, the ministers who are there, Maharashtra mein, what kind of governance we have, students? One day they say lockdown, next they say unlockdown. 1 year, bloody after the vaccination has come, still this problem. It's a nightmare for the people now. What kind of a feeling? Imagine kids, beta, you sitting at home, teachers sitting and taking lecture. It could have been made better, na, something, but nahi. Aram. They are getting money. Na? They are being paid. Modi is addressing rally with thousands of people. And if we move out, students, we are punished. Why? Why you're going out? There are people come and attend rally, thousands of people without a mask is fine. So, but our intentions are not clear. Think about it. So there's uncertainty. These changes force business organization to change their strategies and create a fit between newly happening change and its new plan to achieve the same objective. Then this all, student, you please go through it. It's very easy. Impact with uncertainty. Impact with uncertainty, I said, students, plan B ready. See this case, example, a trend towards Ayurvedic product, natural foods, may present opportunities for a firm producing, manufacturing herbal products or juices on the basis of strategic uncertainties. Now, what is strategic decision making? Please pay attention. इसके अंदर बेटा ये points important है, this part. I know this very well, pay attention. Now, one thing we all know, I said just now, strategic planning is the planning which is made by the people in corporate level. Question is, what do you mean by strategic decision making? Kindly pay attention, students. Strategic decision making is the decision making which is done by the people at the corporate level. Take an example. One company says we want to make cars. Please understand, beta. I'll give you 2-3 examples, but concept should be clear. We'll make cars. Great. Now the option is what? We will have car manufacturing facility in India. Okay, fine. Now there are some people, so in the corporate level, they say, if you make it in India, then the technology is not that good. Plus now labor is becoming expensive. So can we get the car made in China? So you are left with 2 options. And then you make one option. You select a particular option. Selecting that option and which you feel will be the best option will be called a strategic decision making. Ratan Tata uncle had, I told you once, 6,000 crore of rupees, which he wanted to invest. So he had an option, should I start Vistara? Should I start Nano? And he took a decision, students, I'll start Nano. This is strategic decision. See, Mukesh Ambani, all of you listen, huh? This is a bigger example. Mukesh Ambani's student has a business of oil. Now we are reading the newspaper that today electric vehicles will be introduced. In 10 years' time, you'll only have electric vehicles in India also. So what will be the demand for oil? Right. So will that oil be a scarce commodity where we can sell it at higher price? No. So somewhere he is getting a thought in his mind, should I sell this Reliance Petroleum oil business? Then he also gets a feeling that there is a person, Jeff Bezos, owner of Amazon, who's becoming the richest person in the world with his retail business and online business. So why should I not enter in that business which gives so much of profit? So there are reports, and this is the confirmed report, students. What he has done, he is going to purchase Big Bazaar. I think I told you all, students, he's offered them 24,500 crore of rupees. So, beta, where this money will come from? It's not that they have so much of money. He is thinking of selling this oil business to Saudi Aramco. Such decisions which are taken by the corporate level people are called as strategic decision making. You have options. You use the best of your thinking and select the best option, decision making. See, now, beta, what it says, the major dimensions of characteristics of strategic decisions are strategic decision requires top management involvement. Understood now? Who took the decision of spending 24,500 crores? Come on, Mukesh Ambani. 6,000 crore rupees I'll spend it for Nano. Who took the decision? Ratan Tata. In India, beta, one second, I'm feeling very cold. One second. Yes, sorry. Listen, one day what had happened, students? Gautam Adani expressed his desire to buy Reliance Power. Reliance Power, student, was owned by Anil Ambani. The question is, why you want to buy Reliance Power? So he gave a good reason. He said, see, Government of India gives a 10-year tax holiday to who has a electricity generation and transmission plants because you are doing it for the good of the society. So Reliance Power with Anil Ambani has crossed 10 years. Now you'll have to pay taxes. So might as well you sell that company to me. Then that particular company, he says, I'll buy. And in the process, students, what he did now, you should know this, he tried to actually help Anil Ambani because there was a case going on against Anil Ambani from the Ericsson company. He had failed to pay some amount of money to them. So Anil Ambani sold that company to Gautam Adani, or Gautam Adani purchased that company, gave money to Anil Ambani. Anil Ambani used this money to give to Ericsson company. Now, these kind of decisions involves huge financial obligations. Who will take the decision? Top management. Then involves commitment of organizational resource. Obviously, top management is involved, finance is involved. Then these decisions are likely to have significant impact on the long-term prosperity of the firm. Precisely. Ratan Tata's decision of 6,000 crore rupees and further more investment in nano car proved to be a big disaster. So maybe, see, I told you all students, one wrong decision taken at the corporate level will make the company pay badly in future. And one good decision will help a company reap good benefits also. So see, it's likely to have significant impact on the long run prosperity. Future oriented. Today you take a decision, returns about it in future. I'd given the example of Videocon. Videocon Bacha took loans from ICICI Bank, State Bank of India, and used this money for setting up that plant in Brazil. What happened? It couldn't function over there properly. It couldn't get income from that plant and it suffered huge losses. So that is why it is said it will have major multifunctional or multi-business consequences. Best example for this, students, the king of good times, Kingfisher Airlines. He did suffer losses in one business, and imagine he had to abscond from the country. Some of his best business, United Breweries, United Spirit, Kingfisher Beer, McDowell Whiskey, all that business, students. So multifunctional, multi-business consequences. That's now the most important part of this chapter when it starts. Strategic intention. Kindly pay attention. What do you mean by strategic intention? Please listen, Beta. I'll explain this. See, first thing, let's be very clear. You are all sitting, attending lectures because you have a dream to achieve. You want to become a chartered accountant. So you know where you are going. If you don't know where you are going or where you want to go, where will you go? Think. But you have a vision in front of you. Sir, I just cleared my CA foundation course. I want to become a chartered accountant. So I want to become a chartered accountant is the vision. What do you want to accomplish? Right now you are in the CA intern. That is your mission. Please listen. So on that basis, if you have intentions, then there are companies. Companies have three levels of management. The top level, the middle level, and the lower level. These three levels of management have their own intentions. And those intentions are expressed as, abhi suno, corporate level intentions will be vision and mission. Mission, where am I now? What am I doing? What is the reason for my existence? Vision, where I want to go, where I want to reach, what is my destination. So corporate level intentions can be expressed as what? Come on, vision and mission. Then beta business level is looking after the business. What are his intentions? Business definition and business model. Business definition means what? It would say what business we are doing, which kind of customers we are trying to attract, what pattern of production is being used, whether we are trying to make goods for the elite class or for the general class. A business model would be what, students? Imagine Starbucks, a coffee costs some 125, 200 rupees. I will never go. But some rich people, father's money, politicians' money, they will go and sit over there. So they'll sell at a higher price, but the quantity sold is less. Geo, they'll sell at a lesser price, quantity sold is high. Business definition and business model. And better the lower level management which we have, functional level, they have goals and objectives. Goals are open-ended attributes. Like imagine Vinay says, sir, I want to pass in CA intern. That's a goal. I want to clear my CA final. That's a goal. But then Vinay says, sir, I want to pass in the first attempt. Objective. Numerically, you're measuring. Vinay says, sir, I'm very much fond of account subject. I want to get 100 out of 100 in accounts. Objective. Shiva Shankar says, sir, I want to stand first in Bangalore. Objective. And please remember, where you are able to express things numerically now, there is scope for developing that. Goals are student general. Specific if you want, you should have objectives. Please, Beta, this is the same definition which I've said so many times today. See, how do we understand this? There is a small diagram that is here. Please understand. The smaller circle over says what? Intent, intention. In Hindi, if I say niyat. One child over here is attending lecture just because his father is sitting at home and telling him to attend. One child says, no, I want to become a chartered accountant. One child says, no, I love the example that sir gives us. One Marwadi child says, I love how sir calls us Marwadi. and makes fun and still teaches as such. That's your intention. So, beta, intentions can be of people at the corporate level, business level, and functional. See, please, corporate level intentions can be in the form of vision and mission. Vision, where I want to go, what is my destination? Mission, where am I now? What am I doing? A bit about interesting point I try to understand. The outsiders now who know about the company, they know the company not because of its vision. They know the company because of its mission. Because mission is what the company is doing now, what it is doing, why it is doing that. They feel attracted towards the company because of its present performance. But the dreams of the people at the corporate level is to achieve vision. I'll share a very good point with you all students. Please pay attention. Since you all are doing CA, and that is done in India through this ICAI. So no, ICAI has a vision. You will love this, students. ICAI says our vision is to become a world's leading accounting body. World's leading accounting body. See, such a big statement they have made. We want to become a world's leading accounting body and a regulator. So, not only an accounting body, we want to become a regulator and produce world-class professionals with the best competencies in accounts, auditing, insurance, assurance, costing, right? So, what it says, where we want to go, we want to become the best leading accounting body, regulator. And what I want to make Shiva Shankar, this Arshita, this Vinay, world-class professionals in what? In accounting, auditing, insurance, assurance. So, when you have such kind of aspirations, you create what? Some kind of excitement in the minds of vision. What am I doing now? We are teaching students. What we are teaching the things that will make them world-class professionals. We are bringing the changes in the system as per the changes in the environment. So, that is mission. See, kindly pay attention. Hey, this is important, student, for 4 marks. Maybe this part, if you don't read, बाद में पढ़ सकते. The remaining part we should know. Intent, vision, mission, business model, goals. I'll read this. Vision implies the blueprint of the company's future position. It describes where the organization wants to land. I'd given one example in the first lecture, if you remember. Sun Pharma would say, we want to become #1 pharmaceutical company of our country. That was the vision it wanted to achieve. And the question comes, what is your position today? It said we are in the 4th position. That was its mission. So, vision depicts the organization's aspirations and provides a glance of what the organization would like to become in future. Every subsystem of the organization is required to follow its mission. That's very important. Every subsystem of the organization required to follow its vision means what? If ICAI says we want to become a world-leading accounting body and regulator, and they're imparting this education of CA, so only ICAI is not supposed to say that. The syllabus, the study material, the correction standards has to be set accordingly. No stage anyone can become complacent. So we will be the best. By saying that we will be the best, you don't don't become the best. You know, my mom used to be a Sanskrit teacher. She would say, a person told her, I want to go to the heaven. So first you have to die. Right now, marna padega pe. So bacha, if you want to become a CA, it's not an ordinary cup of tea. You have to go through the toil which a child would have otherwise gone. So every subsystem is required to follow its mission. If in that organization there are 100 people, so you want 100 people to give the 100%. Everyone helps students, the company will be able to achieve its mission. Acha, once you achieve the vision, then what? Then better new vision. Harshita says, I want to become a chartered. She becomes a chartered. Now what? She will practice or she'll take a job. Okay, if she practices, then she'll say, what now? In my office, I want at least 1,000 clients. So new vision. Vinay, am I right? Vinay says, I got 1,000 clients. Now what? Now how you can remain happy? Get married. So that's the next vision. Then small Vinays will come. Anyway, but life is to go on, beta. At any stage of life, if you become pompous and vast enough, then die. Then Visarjan, na beta. Why Visarjan? Don't get me wrong. Can we afford to be like that comfortable? No. It's a competitive world. Beta, always I tell you all, now when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. Life throws different surprises to us. We should surprise life with our what hard work. That never fails. Mission. Mission describes the firm's business, its goal, and ways to reach the goal. It explains the reason for the existence of the firm. Why I am here today? What am I doing? Help potential shareholders, investors understand the purpose. Hey, beta, it's important to understand the purpose of the company. A mission statement helps to identify what business the company undertakes. It defines the present capabilities, activities, customer focus, and role in society. Business definition. Beta, one good example I think I've given to you all before. I just share with you. Tata started a company, Titan. What is the business definition? They say we make wristwatches for the elegant Titan. Then for the young children, we make a fast track. Then for the girls, we make a raga. For those people who walk, run, for them we make those Fitbits. For the rich Marwadis, for the rich people as such, we make gold watch, nebulas. We also make specs, we also make bags. So what kind of customer I'm catering? What are my products? What are the things to which I give importance? It defines my business. Business model. What strategies I'm using. I gave it two models, but I remember I said, Geo says we'll sell the goods at a lesser price and we'll attract more customer. Patanjali, same now. Bigger customer base we want. Some companies say, no, we don't want a bigger customer base. Like what? Come on, tell me. Starbucks, I said. iPhone price is very high. Everyone can't afford unless and until your father is a politician. So, but if that is the case, then what will happen? The model is what? Higher price, less customer. Otherwise, it is less price, more customer. That will be business model. Business model, business definition, you can read it. The important goals and objectives. I told you all, beta. Say, listen. Corporate sector, they have a vision. To achieve that vision, the business level define the business and the business model. And whatever they have said now, the functional level translates that into action. And they have goals and objectives. as the functional level achieves goals and objectives, now the corporate level will be able to achieve the vision. Matlab beta, one company says we want to become the biggest pharmaceutical company of India. Understand? Number one, that's the vision of Dilip Sanghvi. So what functional level may people do, production level pay? They say I have to produce more. So produce more becomes a goal. But then they say we have to increase the production by 20% in a year. So in next 10 years, our production will become double. That 20% double is all your objective. I told you some time back, bacha, anything that can be expressed numerically can be improved. Meaning what? You cleared CAFC, fine, but then you get the answer that you got 200 marks. 200 mila, Niyati, you got 200 marks. How much paper was 400 marks, huh? 200 marks. So imagine Niyati says I got 180 marks. So good, na? But then soon our parents would say, okay, my daughter is very clever. Beta, you should have got 190. So there is room for improvement. A child, Harshita says, sir, I've got, let us say, Inter, 90 marks out of 100 in accounts. But we Indian students are never satisfied. Someday our friend would tell, Arey, what, you should have got 95. How much friend got? Friend got only 50 marks. But no, you should get 95 marks. The problem in India is this, those who have nothing, they give very good advices. And right on they are. Anyway, goals and objectives, see what it says, beta. These are the base of measurement. Goals are the end results that the organizations attempt to achieve. On the other hand, objectives are time-based measurable targets. Time-based. I told you all, beta, 1 year will increase the sales by 20%. Time-based targets, which helps in the accomplishment of goals. These are the end results which are to be attained with the help of an overall plan over a particular period. And then so it says in practice, no distinction is made between goals and objectives. Okay. Some people, for them, student goals and objectives are one and the same. The vision, mission, business definition, business model explains the philosophy of the organization. Important. Vision, mission, business definition, business model is by the top and middle level management. So they are the one who sit in air-conditioned cabins, air-conditioned offices. That tells the philosophy. And goals and objectives represent the results to be achieved in multiple areas of business. So these people are the one who will implement. These are the people who will formulate strategies. Attack. That's it for the day. I'll give you a 5 minutes break. If any doubts are there, you can ask me. Okay? Tomorrow I'll start with this part. But if someone said Zoop watches failed, never mind. You learn from your failures only, beta. Yes, please. Thank you. Any doubts if anyone is having, please tell me. Dikshit, yeah, beta, tell. First you unmute yourself. Dikshit, you have to unmute. I can't listen to you. Anyone else till that time? Yeah, yeah, please. Yeah, someone said Titan made Zoop watches for kids, it failed. That's fine. Dikshit, Nihal, you have any doubts? Unmute yourself. Yeah, yeah, please, beta, please do that. Today you ADL matrix now you go and read the module. If you have some difficulty, we'll discuss that tomorrow. ADL matrix. Okay? Nihal, that's it. Any doubts you have, beta? Chalo, I'll wind up for the day. Good night. We'll meet tomorrow. Okay? Bye bye. Toast matter easy. Just read that today. Huh? You'll understand, beta.